Now, he's been DS Lisa Swain's #1 suspect since Lauren's disappearance from the Cobbles. And tonight, we will finally see Roy Cropper charged with her murder.
Lauren Bolton, 2 weeks ago, I reported her missing. Now I think she's dead.
That was the landlord from the precinct flat. Apparently, it's been left in a terrible state.
I will come and clean the flat.
Flat was a dump. Thanks for asking. Stains everywhere.
What kind of stains?
I don't know. It could have been paint, red, white, blood.
Do you reckon that's blood?
Yeah, it could well be. Roy Cropper, I'm arresting you on suspicion of the murder of Lauren Bolton.
Why did he clean the flat?
Exactly.
It just didn't
Why?
help the story, did it? Vicky Myers, who of course plays DS Lisa Swain, you're going to give us a bit of an insight here, aren't you? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, unless there's some crazy, bizarre set of events that's about to kick off, Roy is an innocent man.
Well, you know, you certainly know how to make me feel welcome here,
Yes,
don't you?
we
All
do.
these T-shirts.
Roy Cropper is innocent.
Well, is he an innocent man?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, right now, there's no body to begin with right now.
Doesn't necessarily mean to say he's innocent. There's a whole litany of evidence against him. You know, he's been into the flat, like you said, he's cleaned up, he was meticulous with that. He washed Lauren's bed sheets, he gave her more money than she was owed. So, and then he backtracked on his story because he was saying that he wore rubber gloves the whole time he was cleaning the flat. And then they found fingerprints on, I'll just say a wrapper in case there's some small children watching. So, yeah, he's backtracked on the story. So this evidence is mounting against him.
Vicky, you're starting to sound like a real detective here, you know that?
I do my research.
You do. You absolutely do. But I think Roy is such an iconic character on the street. It is one of those, it's like the Deirdre storyline all those years ago. It feels like the nation wants just to get behind him.
Well, that's it. And I think, and it's rightly so, because David has been, and Roy Cropper has been a huge part of the show, like you said, and he's a legacy character. He's almost like a, what would you say, a bastion of the community, if you like. And he's much loved. So the public and obviously all the other characters in the street are rallying to his defence.
Yeah.
But is he innocent?
Is he? Well, they're sort of hashing up all of the old stuff as well, aren't they? There was the assault, wasn't there, back in, what year was that? I think it was 2014.
2014.
With the cricket bat.
Yeah, with Gary Windass.
Yeah.
And also I think that it's, when I first read the scripts with this, it's quite, it reminded me of the Christopher Jeffries situation, when it was Joanna Yates's murder and the public kind of, he was vilified, he was targeted, and to me, it felt like it was the first time that we'd really seen the worst of social media. So it was almost trial by social media with that. And I feel that for Roy, it's coming back to when he first perhaps started on the show and when he was introduced into the street, because it's that creepy cropper and people, because of its eccentricities, really, that people feel that because he's odd, then there's something very strange about him. So there's a possibility that he could have done it.
How does it feel acting your role, the central part of the person, sort of trying to bring him down? From an actor's perspective, it must feel great. It's quite exciting
brilliant
to be part of such a big storyline.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's brilliant. And like I said, when I first read it, I thought, this is great. And because as well, Corrie do this so well in the hard-hitting storylines. You know, they really do bring that to the fore and raise awareness, but also they signpost to organisations that can help. But going back to what the question that you asked, I just love playing her because I've been really fortunate that I've been involved in so many of the hard-hitting storylines, but in particular this one.
Well, I was just going to say, because you were only ever supposed to be there for like 8 episodes, wasn't
right.
it? And here we are again. I mean, it's been some sort of gritty stuff you've been involved in just because of the nature of the character, of course.
Yeah, so I was brought in for the hate crime storyline with Seb and Nina, and I genuinely did think it was the 8 episodes and that would be it. So I just wanted to do the best that I could and obviously research and just build up this 3-dimensional character as to who is this woman, why is she a detective, why is she in the police force, and ask those questions. But also to make sure that it wasn't about my character, and to just play with truth and authenticity. And with that, to speak for the victims as well. She very much feels that she is the voice of the victim and she wants to get to the truth, and she'll pretty much stop at nothing to achieve
There's
that.
bound to be a few more twists in the next week or so.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see tonight that he is accused of assault by the woman who he's claiming to be Lauren's mum.
Yeah, Alice.
And yes.
Dodgy.
Well, you see,
Dodgy.
he's
Just putting
he's
it
not
out
really
there.
helping himself because he just let this woman into his home and let her
But
stay
that's
the
Roy,
night.
you see.
I
This is
know,
the
but-
point.
And that's the other thing about Roy, and especially with the investigation. She's obviously thinking about it. Is anybody that genuine without some kind of ulterior motive? So, and she knows that anybody is capable of anything.
Yeah.
So,
Which is true, and if we didn't know him, we'd be agreeing with her. But
Yes.
because we feel like we're invested in him, it's a different story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's brilliant, isn't it? And it's going to run and run now. This isn't just going to disappear anytime soon. It's going to be all about free Roy.
yeah, well, and like we say, we'll see tonight that obviously he's charged and he's remanded in custody. So
Oh, he looks so crestfallen.
I know,
and desperate. It's
I think it was the
awful.
episode on Wednesday. He was there was a scene with Nick, and he was trying to pull him into the corner, and to watch David and to see Roy Cropper in that situation, he's just brilliant. David is just a joy.
He's a joy, I
Yeah.
can imagine. Vicky, it's such a pleasure to meet you, honestly, right in the centre of this at the minute. It's just wonderful. Coronation Street, of course, continues tonight, 8 p.m, ITV1. You don't want to miss tonight.
No,
It's a
absolutely
really,
not.
really big one. Okay.